Krampus vs. Miss Fury Night of the Winter Beast, a Victory Age Comics Christmas special, New York City always. Felt cold in December, but tonight the cold had teeth. Miss Fury perched above Fifth Avenue, her black catsuit rippling in the winter wind. She'd been following a string of disappearances, children snatched from their beds, vanishing without sound or struggle. Every eyewitness swore they saw a horned beast carrying a struggling child into the storm. She didn't believe in monsters, but she believed in fear, and something in the city was feeding on it. A distant bell sounded deep, metallic, and ancient. Snow fell instantly heavier, and then she heard it, a dragging chain, heavy hoofstep, and a low, guttural growl rising from the alleyway below. Miss Fury drew her whip. "All right, beast, let's dance." She dove from the rooftop, landing silently in the alley. Steam rose from the sewer grate. Everything froze in a moment of unnatural stillness. Then two red eyes opened in the dark. A hulking shape stepped forward, Krampus, towering, goat-legged, covered in wiry black fur, horns curling like winter storms. His long tongue flicked. In the cold air, a massive wicker basket strapped to his back held the silhouettes of frightened children. He grinned. "Well now," Krampus rasped, "a cat has come to play." Miss Fury didn't flinch. "You're stealing kids. That ends tonight." Krampus cracked his chains, sending sparks of frozen magic across the alley walls. "You think you can stop me?" "I punish the wicked. I take those who have strayed." His grin widened. "These children belong to me." She lashed her whip, wrapping it around Krampus's wrist. With a powerful yank, she flipped onto his chest and kicked him square in the jaw. He stumbled, but only for a moment. Krampus backhanded her with the force of an avalanche, sending her crashing through a stack of crates.
Snow swirled around
him like smoke. "You are no match for an ancient winter spirit," Krampus growled. Miss Fury rose, blood on her lip, eyes burning with fury. "Maybe not," she spat, "but I'm all these kids have tonight." Krampus lunged. Miss Fury ducked under his claws, rolled between his hooves, and grabbed a length of his magical chain. It froze her gloves instantly, but she held on, with a roar. She swung herself up onto his back and cracked the chain like a whip. Krampus howled, a sound that made snow fall sideways. "You dare?" he bellowed. In fury, he stomped, tearing open a rift in the air itself, a frozen doorway leading into a snow-covered dream realm. A nightmare landscape of twisted trees, endless, drifts, and cages made of ice. He stepped through. Miss Fury clung to him and was dragged into the portal. Inside the winter realm, the missing children floated in suspended frost. The sky glowed an unnatural blue. The wind whispered like old bones. Miss Fury landed hard, sliding across the snow. Krampus towered over her. "This is my domain," he hissed. "Here, even your shadow freezes." He reached for her, but Miss Fury snatched a broken shard of ice, reflecting Krampus's own monstrous face. "You know what I see?" she said coldly. "A scared little tyrant who thinks he decides who deserves redemption." Krampus hesitated just long enough. Miss Fury sprang upward, her whip snapping around his horns. Using the momentum, she swung behind him, kicked his knee sideways, and slammed the ice shard into the chains binding his magic. The chains cracked. Krampus screamed, the sound splitting the frozen sky as the magic cages shattered, releasing. The kidnapped children's snow exploded outward. The wind died. The portal began to collapse. Miss Fury grabbed two children by the hands. "Move." Now they sprinted through the shrinking doorway, snow lightning crackling around them. Krampus reached for them, but the chains finishing breaking, and the realm imploded in a burst of white dot. Miss Fury and the children fell through the portal and landed back in the New York alley. Behind them, the rift sealed forever. Snow drifted peacefully again. A child hugged Miss Fury's leg. "Thank you," he whispered. She looked up at the sky, where the moon shone warmly on the city. "No child disappears in my town," she said softly. far away. In the faintest chill of the wind, a distant growl rumbled. But Krampus was gone for now. Christmas had been saved.